think the experience of reading a book is obviously very interior and private, and one of the things that always is the most surprising, I find, when you see an adaptation of a favourite book for stage or screen is discovering that the characters don't talk exactly in the way that you remember them talking in your head.
And may I ask how you have come to Narnia?
Narnia, what's that?
This is the land of Narnia.
On the one hand, I kind of wanted to make an adaptation and a stage presentation that was faithful to what I remembered, but also, perhaps more importantly, to try and create a production that would be faithful to as many other people's possible ideas of Narnia. And also that I remember the book being very exciting and kind of mythic, and it is, obviously, it's very influenced by a whole range of different famous, Norse and Greek mythologies, and of course has fundamentally a biblical sensibility. And I wanted to give it that epic sensibility that I felt I'd read. So yeah, I suppose the hallmarks of what I wanted to do was something that was mythic, imaginative, contemporary, and theatrical. So very early on we talked about whether we would be casting children to play children's roles or young adults. The thing that always struck me as a bit different about Narnia, though, or the Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, is that the children are asked to go through childhood and into adulthood in the process of the story. So the idea of having young adults appealed to me more because they sit either side of childhood and maturity, arguably. Whereas if we just had 12, 13-year-olds, I'm not sure they would have been able to necessarily deliver that same quality in the same way.
Oh, and that's another thing too. Has anyone the least idea of the way home from here? I hadn't thought of that. And no chance of dinner either.
I think my favourite scene is probably the sacrifice of Aslan, which is rather nasty, but it's very, as a director, it's very exciting to stage. I think that the thing that I would most want from any audience, but above all an audience that might be a family audience or a young audience, is that they fall in love with the theatre, that they, I've spent my life working in the theatre, and I think, we're in a great moment for theatre. There's wonderful theatre around. I hope this show is a really good example of it. It's not all just sort of X Factor and, light curtains and lipstick. It's also great stories and I think, we're in a circus tent, and like any circus, you should want to run away and join us.